Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program which is called Tarot Monthly Horoscope October 2018. And this is for you coming from Sagittarius. Just give me 1 second, I'll get this icon sorted out. Alright, so I repeat, Tarot Monthly Horoscope October 2018, and this is for you coming from Sagittarius. So let me just shuffle my cards, Kabbalistic tarot cards, and the first card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your first 15 days of October, and I'm going to talk to you about your job firstly from Sagittarius. It's a very bad card. It says your job is at big risk, and especially if you are the ages of 23, I see the planet Mercury here, the biggest troublemaker for you. And so he rules the ages of 23, 32, 41, 50, 59, 68 or 77. If you're of these ages, you have to be very, very careful in the first 15 days of October where your job is concerned. And even if you're not of these ages, tell yourself that mistakes can become a big problem. Miscommunication gets you into real deep trouble. And differences with your bosses is going to make you very insecure to the point of even losing a job. So be careful of that. Now I'm going to again shuffle the cards and this time talk to you about your business for the first 15 days of October. Well, this is a card which makes you a slave to others in business, which means that obviously you are not doing well and it's others who are dictating the terms to you, and perhaps you can't collect the money, or perhaps you can't get your contracts in order, or perhaps business is just terribly going to be bad in the first 15 days of October. So take my advice and don't take business risks, don't want to expand, don't want to look into financing something new. Don't finance something new, things are already very bad. Let me pull another card to talk to you about your general financial situation in the first 15 days of October for you coming from Sagittarius. And it's not good. It just says that you are under the command of people. It could be the bank who is chasing you, or it could be difficulties in some kind of general finances. Well, financial situation is very weak, let me tell you, in the first 15 days of October. So you can't afford to go buying a new car, planning to buy a condo, you can't do that. You're going to be stuck. And the other seeds that you plant of investment in the first 15 days of October, the results won't be very good. So you better lie low and concentrate on what you are generally doing and don't start anything new. Now I'm going to pull the card of romance for you for the first 15 days of October for you come Sagittarius. Well, it says you will find a new romance. Excuse me. You will find a new romance. And the new romance will do pretty well. But the foundations of the romance are not good, which could mean that the character of the person or the motives of the person may not be good. So it can be a very exciting 15 days or first 15 days of October in romance, very exciting, but the fundamentals and the foundation is weak. So you'll have to worry about long-term issues which may not be very strong. Be very careful there. Don't fall in love head over heels and then find yourself after a month or so being ditched. Very painful. Now regarding your marriage. Well, regarding your marriage, it says there are many differences between you and your marriage partner. And there are three issues here. One is the financial issue. One is interference from either parents, yours or somebody else's, or siblings. And the third one is a kind of demands made on your time. So there's a possessiveness here, a tendency either you being obsessed and possessive of your partner or the other way around. So there can be this kind of domination from somebody. So for the first 15 days of October, tell yourself you cannot rock the boat in your marriage or things will go very upset very quickly. General family areas which include your parents, your siblings, your aunties, your uncles. Oh yes, aunties and uncles. For the first 15 days for you in Sagittarius, well, it's very clear from this card. It says don't let anybody else interfere in your romance or in marriage or it simply gets worse. So interference must be stopped immediately. Don't talk to anybody else regarding problems. Now I'm going to your last 15 days, and I'll start with your job again. Last 15 days of October. And for you coming from Sagittarius, it's a slightly better card. It says that you'll have the determination to get things done, and you will, but there will be many unexpected and sudden problems coming your way, which will make you very impulsive, very hasty, very impatient to get things done. So it's a card simply of 3 planets, Mars, Uranus and Mercury, and they don't agree. So each is trying to get you. So there's a scattering of energy in your mind, and a lot of stress is going to be seen in the last 15 days where your job is concerned. I'm talking about your job. So you'll have to tell yourself that deadlines and pressure on you is going to be intense in the last 15 days. You'll have to be well, and you'll have to be attentive, and you'll have to be on the ball, and you're going to be under stress and anxiety with this card. So work very hard. Don't have late nights. Sleep early. Let me talk to you about business for the last 15 days for you coming from Sagittarius. Where he says there are many, many opportunities for you in business, but you see, it's a golden tree which is bearing a lot of fruit, which means a lot of opportunities, but the possibility of you being able to get any one of them is difficult. It could be just for the 15 days, the last 15 days of October. So tell yourself, in the last 15 days of October, you coming from Sagittarius, you have to wait and see. You'll have to, because the planet of delay is also here, the planet Saturn. And so delay on one side, stress on one side, opportunities plenty but cannot get them, probably because not enough finances. So don't be greedy, be just content with what you're doing for time being. Don't want to take risks and get yourself more than knee deep into problem. Let's talk of your general finances in the last 15 days. It says you have many responsibilities, and these responsibilities are all locked into one area of not enough finance, and so the financial situation worries. Many responsibilities, not enough finance. So the last thing you want to do is go around spending on big dinners or big cars or big condos that you might plan to buy. Don't. Last 15 days of October are very tense, and they bring a lot of financial stress as well. Let me talk to you on your last 15 days about your romance area. And what does it say about your romance area? Firstly, it says your ongoing romance can be stretched to breaking down. What a straightforward card this is. It just says it's going to break down, there's a danger of it. And secondly, there are many interferences in your new romance or in your ongoing romance. And the problem is you'll have to put your finger on what these interferences are and then try to correct them as much as possible. Let me talk to you about your marriage. Your situation of marriage, let's see with this card, for the last 15 days of October, you coming from Sagittarius. The marriage is much more under control. So it looks like long-term affairs are more under control. The instant affairs are really all floating in the air with no direction. So your marriage shows that there is a possibility of doing well enough. I don't like the black moon here. Whenever I see the black moon on cards, it means the approach of problems. So the approach of problems may already be approaching you in the last 15 days of October. So you've got to keep your eyes open to see what it is. From this card, I can tell you that your main problem is going to be confrontation and provocation. And that is looking at the emotional planet, so it's all about emotions as well. So back off if any kind of argument gets out of hand. If I were you, you'll be able to hold some peace there. What about your general family area, which also includes your siblings, your parents, your aunties, your uncles? It's the exact same card which I pulled just now. They will be responsible to put your marriage or your romance into a point of breaking down. So we've seen the culprit now. They could be your parents, your siblings, or your aunties or your uncles. So don't want to go there and ask them for advice, definitely, please. So the source is really there. Keep your problems, if there are any, between your husband and you, or between your wife and you, or between your lover and you. And that's the best way to contain the problem. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages for the whole month of October. There'll be certain ages, people of certain ages who will just be the luckier than anybody else. So let's see what ages that's going to be for you coming from Sagittarius. It's a very powerful card, the card of authority and power. So definitely the sign of Jupiter is here, the sign of Venus is here, and the sign of the Sun is here. So I'm going for the Sun position here. And that means that those of you who are the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75 or 84, you are going to be one very lucky person, whether in job, whether in business, finances, whether in romance, marriage, family. You're going to be one very lucky person. Now if you don't happen to be of these ages, don't panic. You'll need to come and see me for a 90-minute session, and during this 90-minute reading I will have your date of birth, your time of birth, and look at your palms. I'll face read you, I'll even use Kabbalistic Tarot, and I'll be able to tackle your next 7 or 8 years in detail in all areas of your life. Let me talk to you more about that later. So these are the lucky ages, you people. You're going to do extremely well. Now I'm going to give you your lucky dates, DATES. And your lucky dates for the month of October for you coming from Sagittarius would be, it's a brilliant card again. It shows growth and it shows the possibility of building partnerships, whether in business or friendship. And so your lucky dates would be the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st and the 30th. The way the planets are sitting, I'm going for this number, for these lucky dates. The 3rd, the 12th, the 21st and the 30th. Very powerful dates they are going to be for you in the month of October, for you coming from Sagittarius. So bookmark them, make every minute count for whatever area in your life to get things back on slate, or to expand, or to get things better, or to progress with a lot of happiness as well. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky colors. There will be certain colors that will sparkle because every planet rules different colors. So with the movement of planets, I will know which color is going to be very active and playing a good role. And for the month of October, for you coming from Sagittarius, is it? Yeah, Sagittarius. And, well, that's the sign of Jupiter right up here, sign of Jupiter. So I'm going to choose the color purple. Wear plenty of purple, contact a lot of purple, be near purple. Purple is the color that will give you this exceptionally lucky energy in the month of October for you coming from Sagittarius. So wear plenty of that, handle plenty of that, contact a lot of that, and you'll be one very lucky person. Now I'm going to talk to you about your health and see what the cards can say for you in Sagittarius about your health. And what do they say? They talk of your glands. And so the prostate gland if you're a male, and the ovarian glands if you're a female, the pancreas gland and the thyroid gland come to mind. If you haven't been checking, blood testing them for some time, blood test them is mentioned here, that you should be careful of that. And the other area I worry about is your upper limbs, your shoulders, your arms and your hands, either from accidents or either some kind of problems you're going to have. So look into these two areas. Well, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8 or 9 years of your life in the future, in all areas of your life. And I'll do that by having your date of birth and a time of birth, and I'll look at your palms and I'll face read you, and I will also be able to use tarot cards if I want to. And so with all that information going, it's going to be a very intense reading, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. I'll give you a lot of information about your personal lottery numbers, and you can compare those personal lottery numbers every month to all the numbers I give for people in Sagittarius. And if they're very close, you have to go and buy. I'll give you your lucky directions, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, all lots of information to get yourself perfectly in order. And with all that, you will be able to tackle and handle your next 7, 8 or 9 years perfectly well. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, do a WhatsApp with me, and send me a message, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Until then, thank you and good luck.